All right, hi, this is Paul Slatkus. The good news is I'm awake. And why is that so important? Well, then you can have fun and you can do things. But sleeping is nice too, but we don't want to sleep all the time, I don't think. Like, like during the day, like having a cup of coffee and fall asleep. When you're with somebody, wake up to the disruptor affecting thousands of Americans, narcolepsy, the condition that affects sleep cycles. And there's a day called Sleep Cycles World Narcolepsy Day, September 22nd. We have a wonderful doctor here, Dr. Roy. Good morning. Hi, how are you?
Good morning. Doing well. Thank you for having me.
And we have a brave soul who's awake at this moment. Hi, Katie. But you have narcolepsy. You've had it, or you have it, or what's? And thank you for doing this. It's such a wonderful thing for you to share with others. What's your narcolepsy story?
Yeah, my narcolepsy story started in high school, my senior year. For context, I'm now a college graduate, so it was a bit ago. But in the onset, I was a very, very busy kid. I had great grades. I was in competitive robotics. I played 3 different instruments and so much more.
Wow.
And I was, at the apex of my high school career when I should be celebrating all of my accomplishments and continue on for college applications. However, at this point, I put all of that on the back burner. It all became unimportant when compared to sleep. It was all I really wanted to do at that point. Skipping any obligation to get in a nap or playing this game, a not so fun game, of just trying to fit in 5 more minutes of sleep.
Wow. So, Dr. Roy, maybe what is narcolepsy? How do you know if you have narcolepsy? What do you do if you have it? Why don't you share, please?
Yeah, so it's a 24/7 chronic neurologic condition. It's going to be lifelong, unfortunately, and it affects about 1 in 2,000 Americans. And probably the number one symptom is daytime sleepiness, fatigue, tiredness. No matter how much sleep you get, you're still feeling tired. And another symptom is cataplexy, which can be triggered by emotion, so laughing, anger, joking. These people that have cataplexy associated with narcolepsy will feel weak when they have these emotional situations. And when we talk about treatment options, the main approach is either a non-medication approach or a medication approach. And in the non-medicine approach, lifestyle choices are really important. Keeping a regular sleep schedule, minimizing caffeine, not eating close to bedtime. But unfortunately, those don't really go that far with people with narcolepsy. So we end up relying on medications a lot more than we would like to. And there are many choices, of which one of them is a medicine called Lumryz, which is a once nightly sodium oxybate medicine made by a company called Avadel. And just to be fully transparent, Avadel is compensating Katie and my time for being here today. It does have a box warning. It is a CNS depressant, and it can have some side effects like nausea, dizziness, bedwetting, headaches. So it's not for everyone. It's important to talk to your doctor about it.
Let me ask you a question. I have friends, one that yawns a lot. But what is that? And so I'm always wondering, is that a sign of narcolepsy, or is yawning? Where does that fit into the equation?
Yeah, this is a great question, and each person's different. It's important for someone who might be tired, who might not, feel fully awake or alert, to seek advice from their healthcare provider. It's often that people with narcolepsy go many years before getting diagnosed because they accept the way they live. They don't think that's abnormal, but it's beyond what's expected. And it's easy to blame it on lifestyle and things like that. And again, to learn more about this, there's a great website, lumryz.com, LUMRYZ.com, to learn more about this chronic neurologic condition and the treatment options that are available.
Katie, how did you? You're here speaking about it, but where and how did you know that you needed to discuss this with somebody? You fall asleep at one of those instruments, or unfinished symphony? What happened?
I typically didn't get the chance to fall asleep while playing because I more likely than not just didn't attend rehearsal. A bed is much more comfortable for a midday nap than a hard orchestra chair. But as I just started losing everything that I cared about, I knew that something had to be wrong because I wasn't missing these things because I was sad. I just needed sleep. And so I started to reach out to different doctors for help.
So, okay, well, it's wise to say, if I bang my toe, I go to the doctor. So, a question here. I did way back when in the 80s, early 80s, the first major brain series, okay, on PBS. I worked on that, and it was called The Brain. And the brain, I think, has something to do with these kinds of things. And I recollect we did REM, we talked about circadian rhythms and so on and so forth. Where does that all play out here?
Yeah, so it's a sleep disruption 24/7. So the brain's chemicals that help you stay awake and help you stay asleep are affected in this condition. So thank you for having us here.
All righty, great. Is there a website that people can go one more time?
Yeah, one more time, it's lumryz.com, LUMRYZ.com. There's great information there.
And thank you very much, Doctor, and Katie, for coming out and speaking and sharing this important information. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.